top of it. Like, it's not a huge amount of disengage coming out from Heretics. It's more engage when the opposition engages, right? Re-engage, I guess, is where I think it might be a Drake plus an extra Scuttle Crab, giving him that advantage. We'd have to have a look back at it.
Very likely.
But it would make a lot of sense. Razork snuck around towards the top side, dodges the public execution. Good flash from Emperos as well. Razork will claim the kill, but that was all Emperos.
Beautifully played there by the tension just dissipates the moment that a Aster ult is down, because suddenly there's no risk of a Shurima shuffle, and here they're trying to enter.
They jump in with a shockwave follow-up. Razork trying to dive on towards the backline. Vladi going in as well. Seven so low on mana is going to fall. Shell gets one with a cleaver in response. 1-for-1 so far. TP coming out as the Jax is going to join the play. Emperos will be here in time, and Sten realizes he cannot get out. Fnatic will claim another. 3 kills so far this game.
I mean, really nice. Fnatic still knew that they are stronger. There's no flash on Orianna, no flash on...
You kind of need to get out, and you don't have those tools left in your arsenal. Public execution coming out as they look for Empos, who doesn't have the flash on the top side here.
To scrap his way out here. It's a tougher one.
Counter-Strike coming out. He's trading back onto Trayson, who tries to dodge away. Emperos almost had him, but can't quite get in range, and Sheo will smack him across the head with a...
Fnatic will get a dragon at least.
Yeah, it's good for Fnatic to be able to make this cross-map play. Evens out the dragon score. It was only a grubber piece. The risk is Trayson could TP in here. Has got the Eclipse now finished. Teleporting on towards the backline. Valkyrie away from upset. Losper trying to dredge line his way away as well. The curtain call did land the slows, and now Losper knocked back. And Trayson will claim the kill. The Drake did fall for... Sometimes they can't hear us when we whisper like this, just so they know. Okay. But we can still whisper, it's fine. Empos going in. Look for the Drake Grandmasters might coming out as well. Razork kept at bay by Sheo.
But the bouncer is here. Look at the bouncer. He's really strong here. I don't think Razork can deal with this. He has no flash, Razork.
He does have the smite, uses the Crescent Guard. Now with Emperos coming across, it's a little bit more risky for Sheo. Counter-Strike used for the stun. Public execution flashed away from there. As Fnatic are able to retreat.
Hex, Dusk, and Dawn interaction.
No, there's going to be Rift Hour fight. Razork going in, looking for Sheo, who is just going to chase him down. Sten coming in from the side as well. There's the Magnus Storm. Crescent Guard out by Razork. Has to flash away from Ice, who had that deadly flourish. Vladdy's going to try and jump on towards the Mundo, but Razork's already down. The shockwave combo on him. Vladdy's sliding in. The counter-strike out from Emperos as well with a teleport. That massive HP shield. Upset. Needs to dodge this curtain call. Trayson could look for the public execution, but they managed to get the Corki out.
Yeah, and here you see the problem with this Mundo. He's so immovable. He just walks through and hits whoever he wants. You see Razork has to flash out early, but he doesn't.
Between your legs.
Yeah.
Your tail is kind of always behind your back. It's anatomically where a tail would be. But yeah, between your legs.
Up for debate.
Okay, sure. I'm not a vet, man. I don't know. Riftel charging in to the mid lane tower. We'll get the first turret of the game over to Heretics. Gonna get another charge out here as well as Mundo slams it in. More plates over to him. Mundo ultimate available to Heretics. They can step back in here. Razork has started up the Drake. 5,000 on it.
Good position by Fnatic. They're holding the line very well there on this banana bush, but they're trying to rush it down a little bit too fast. Look at Sten.
Yeah, Sheo's just going to walk in. Losper looking for that back line. Seren knocked up with a depth charge, and Sten falls first. Emperos with a counter-strike. Sheo trying to get close enough to the Drake to smite it away, but Fnatic keep him at bay. And that is the third Drake of the game over to Sten's going to try and collapse here as well. Losper and Razork need to be a little bit careful because Heretics could collapse on them first, but with the Crescent Guard coming out, there's no real way for Seren to join up with his teammates. A great TP in by Vladdy, and now Stender's left to the Wolves as well. He'll flash the wall, but Fnatic have found a kill. Will they look for more? Emperos and Upset on the flank themselves.
Well, they definitely will here. Emperos wants to get a double stun here, try to get Sten down.
Sten is just down no matter what. The Magnus Storm comes out too late. A hook going to land on Trayson as well as Ice goes to the mid lane to try and clear out the way, but Fnatic are going to push through this top side.
Look at all that tower damage, and then they will most likely go to try to get this Baron now. Maybe they will not do it. Vlad does have kind of snapback peel that, for example, Fnatic would have, for example.
Really all on the rail. Lost will look for the hook here. Shadowing Strike coming out. There's TP behind them as Emperos is going to join the play. Upset's there as well. Curtain Call comes out as the damage from Ice is relatively big on the backline, but Emperos is diving in. Seren has to flash the wall. The Mundo going out the hell away from there as he's caught out. Good deadly flourish is going to land. Crescent Guard out from Razork as he looks for Ice, but now he's isolated himself. Razork very deep in here as Trayson looks for the chase. Vladdy goes in immediately as CC is taken out. Fnatic look for the fight. They overextend, and with Razork and Bloody dead, Heretics will turn their eyes to the Baron.
Oh, that was the over-eagerness we've seen from Fnatic time and time again. Razork really going a little bit too deep there. They had the good initial fight. Emperors get so much space with those counter-strikes, but now it will be Heretics taking this Baron. I'm going to rewatch the fight later. Up to will try to get a mid-tower, but that's just a consolation prize.
To get that Emperor's Divide down, but Magnustorm comes out. He's immediately stunned up, and then with a public execution over the top of it, really hard for him to actually do anything now. Heretics do not have those ultimates available. The Shockwave is just back off cooldown. Stend is getting chipped down, and this is a Hextech sole fight for Fnatic. Heretics will continue to try and play against it, but Razork jumps in onto Tracing. Public execution still a while away from it. Mundo ult as well, still not back up. 7 seconds on it. The Drake is down to 2,000. Shale goes in and gets the Dragon. Will Heretics be able to get out of the fight? Vladdy falls, Seren takes him. Dredgeline in from Losper, but Tracing's doing so much work on the backline. Upset and Emperors versus Sheo. Seren is trying to get out of here. Sheo should be able to ult and walk out. Counter-Strike won't get him in time. In the end, a 3-for-3 exchange, but the Dragon goes... Fnatic walk towards the top side. We talked about a Baron for Drake exchange. It's a possibility. Vladdy caught up with the root here. Flash in, Shockwave, Vladdy's down! Vladdy's down immediately. Beautiful play from Heretics as Fnatic left unawares, left their mid laner to die. Razork dives back in, but his Guardian Angel will not sit on his shoulder any longer. Heretics immediately collapse, and with a blink of an eye, Fnatic are destroyed.
Fnatic really tried to bait. If you go for this Dragon, we're gonna go and take the Baron instead. But now Heretics, they don't care about the Baron. They do not care about the Dragon. They care about the base of Fnatic.
Emperors and Upset have a mammoth task in front of them. Losper there as well. Emperor's counter-strike goes out, dashes out with the leap strike. Heretics do not have a wave here for quite a while. There's a huge wave.
You get the objectives for sure now. Fnatic might be in time to contest this.
And even if they can just slightly contest it, then you have a Baron fight immediately afterwards. So with the TP behind by Emperors, he gets that massive shield. Tracing caught out with the Dredgeline. Show still sticking on the Drake, and he will get it. Magnustorm coming out. Stend will fall. Fnatic find one out of the fight. Tracing still has his flash if he needs to escape the clutches of Emperos, but can just dash away. Fnatic now can turn their attentions over to the Baron. They have to be slightly careful though. There's double supers in the mid lane. Razork caught out. Crescent Guard coming out with the Curtain Call on top of it. Cheryl looking for that backline. Emperor's going to be forced to leap strike away. Another Curtain Call coming out, and Razork is caught out by it. No on-call for him as now Heretics step back in. The flash in from Vladdy finds Ice Tracing here to join the fight. Seren looking for that Shockwave, doesn't have it up right now. Vladdy's going to chase down by him. Sheo and Tracing doing so much work on the backline, and Emperors and Losper are lost in the river. Your Empire no longer Emperors as Seren claims the double. And now Fnatic, who tried
base of Fnatic as they look on this Nexus with great joy.
Incredible team fights from Heretics. The speed of the engages on repeat. Heretics will claim the win, will take themselves to 5, will separate themselves from the chasing pack, and now are just that one step closer to playoffs.
What a performance, what a Mundo we just witnessed. This really highlights the strength of this Mundo, just being able to take so much space, been so difficult for Razork. You see the patience of him running out of just giving up space, giving up space. Eventually he feels like, okay, I need to go for a fight, but then he just can't go through that Mundo, and really, really, really nice execution here. Kill shots, and Ambessa, many dashes.
Yeah.
So the way you play this matchup for Aatrox is kind of you let the Ambessa go and you make her use all her dashes, and then as she's
under the opponents, you'll try and get them just on the edge, right? And then the Alistar headbutt pulverize, or just the pulverize, doesn't actually get a knock up onto you. As there we go, flash forward from Prime, from Trimby, looking for the trade here onto Prime and Hazel. Bukada coming across the wall. Gets the suppression onto Prime. Hazel's going to flash away, battle dance, but Hazel has no more tools in his arsenal to escape this. Trimby tanking the tower. Prime will be able to walk away. First blood over to Shift. His summoners to escape any further plays. Bukada here alongside Trimby. Smite out from Yukino. Bukada looking for the edge of itself. Will get the stun into the wall. There's the follow-up, and now Yukino has to flash, with a flash forward from Nuke will stop him getting the Bolt Breaker away. Nuke will be gifted the kill, and Shifters are 2-0 up.
Just look at Trimby, man. He trades his ult for the Aatrox ult, and suddenly he is now way stronger than the Aatrox, because now if no one has ult, he's just winning.
And he is. Drake secured here as we see the jump in by Prime. He's going to battle dance away, but Paddock is on the chase, transcending himself, but won't be able to get enough damage onto Prime, who dances away. Bukada still did use the Impale in that place. He's in this Weaver's wall. They'll go in. Trimby with a good flash. Hazel diving in with a kill instinct as well. Yukino so low though. Already chunked out. The Emperor's Divide as well onto Camilla with 3 kills. over to Shifters. KCB thought they'd found a pick, but
Not the rock. Not the rock, not the rock in the back.
he's going to land another one.
Not the rock.
Headbutt pulverized. Hazel, he's going to try and escape underneath his tower, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a leg to stand on. Paduk gets it. Now 3-0 on this unit.
Really well patiently holding his ult there, and now suddenly Tao could look for a little all-in here in a bit. I think he's a little bit scared just because now he knows that Skarner just took the grubs. It's a little bit hard for him to look for an extended fight here, but the time as Paduk is going in here on the case, so tries to get a big chunk here. There's a cow here coming.
Hazel, no barrier, does get shielded by the battle dance, but Trimby still takes the kill underneath the tower. Unbreakable wall coming out from him as well. Will keep himself healthy enough. That damage reduction working out wonders for the Shifters support.
And the stakes are sky high right now. Trimby tries to get even more space here, looking for these grubs. I think
In KCB, I mean, they're just trying to get gold wherever they can. There's not really many avenues for them.
I mean, KCB's just sitting here in the chair, watching them take this dragon.
Now is traded on here by Rooster, who dashes out of the Infernal Chains. Tao also losing the top lane matchup as Yukino goes in with the Vault Breaker onto Bukada here. He does still have his flash, and another Vault Breaker in. Trimby dives across the wall. Ishtal's impact gets the stun. Cease and desist with the quickness won't be enough. Bukada again! Don't go on the tanks! You've got to find a squishy target. Camilo able to weave his way away. But no themselves, and Yukino, like, he's trying to get something started. The KCB are trying to get something started. There's the Weaver's Wall out. Trimby with a knockback onto Prime, who goes in with the quickness, but immediately is slammed against the wall. Good seismic shove. Paduk shielded up, though, and with the dive in from Yukino, with that cease and desist, he's underneath the tower for way too long. Impale out from Bukada is flashed away from. Nuke goes in with the Emperor's Divide, doesn't connect. Seismic shove onto him means that he might fall. KCB get their first of the game.
I thought the dive was not diving, but then win that fight with this gold deficit that KCB find themselves in.
Yeah, you're a full item behind in the AD carry. Like Fiend Hunter Bolts, the Kraken Slayer, and Infinity Edge already complete on Paduk. Rooster looking for this trade as well, goes in with the public execution. Bukada's on the chase, Camilo already low. Bukada's just there to help clean it up. Flash forward from Rooster to follow Camilo's flash as he will pick up the kill. Yukino now behind enemy lines, maybe looking to steal away this Baron. There is some vision from KCB on it. Shifters will start it up.
KCB Yukino license to steal, really get this little avenue in here. Shifters seem to not be aware of this. If they have any blue trinkets, he could get a little bit of information that could allow him to get into this pit, and that's all you have right now. You only have this 50-50 chance for KCB to get this Baron.
Prime trying to get in with the quickness. Nuke realizing, hey, we haven't seen the enemy jungler for a while. Let's make sure he can't get in here. Shifters do their due diligence and manage to pick up the Baron. A mid lane tower did fall to Hazel, but unfortunately for Yukino, he wasn't able to sneak his way in there. 90 seconds on delays them by so much. Drake up in 14 seconds. The Baron power play not too consequential as Trimby flashes forward onto Camilo, looking for the trample stun, will land it. Nuke diving in as well as Camilo falls. And now Bukada's on the front line, and Yukino's going to have to dash across the wall. Enemy mid laner dead.
Put her fingers.
I mean, it's great stuff from Trimby.
Yeah, I mean, I love the
snap engage.
Snap engage, but here,
quickness coming out, cease and desist there as well. The Infernal Chains will drag him back. Nuke still has the stopwatch. Paduk's going to dash across the wall, dive in from Hazel and Emperor's Divide in time, but still Nuke will fall, and now Tao trying to escape, but with 4 members of Shifters there. There's no escape for him. The Drake delayed, but Shifters should be able to just turn their attentions back towards it.
I mean, you have to try something.
No, sadly not. Executioner's on Paduk, though. Yeah. He also has Lasagnas, Seeker's Arm Guard. Yeah. So skipping...
Minis on this.
Yeah, minis on it. It's not going for the full Mortal Reminder, instead saying, well, if they dive on me, I do need to be able to survive. The Baron begun by Shifters, and no real contest from KCB.
Yeah. And now, come on, Prime, show me the flank. Choose the bush. Choose the bush.
Man, it's Sven Bush time, isn't it?
Yes, it's Sven.
2 minutes and did nothing, right? So, there were great bushes to flank in. The issue is, how do you get there? Yeah. With the Baron up and with Ocean Soul, 4 Shifters, they can just push in. TP coming out, Nuke immediately flashes, cease and desist in, the Killer Instinct as well. Nuke does have that stopwatch, but doesn't have a chance to use it. They find the bush, and all it took was Nuke TPing into the mid lane with no defense. Bukada locked up under the tower! Oh, Nuke, that was abysmal, man.
Beautiful bush find by KCB, finally finding the bush they needed. The bush pack into this game here. KCB tries to take a little more space here.
Prime has to dodge away. Yukino going back in with the Vault Breaker to try and keep his support alive. Trimby flashed in. Tao does have a flank. World Ender in. Unbreakable will coming out from Trimby, but now it times out. Yukino diving back in. Rooster jumps onto Hazel on the back line. Tao trying to get onto Paduk. who does have the damage to keep him at bay for now. Still looking for the Q3. Paduk able to dodge away. Tao, though, still alive somehow. Rooster will take one with him. Will take two!
What a play!
By Shifter's Prime has found the bush.
He's in the bush.
Camilu's there as well, but he is going to get clipped. And now the question is, who can steal? No smite on Prime. Doesn't have that with the unsealed spellbook.
From bush.
Yeah, Elder Drake is secured for Shifters. Now KCB have to back away. If you're Shifters, though, public execution to avoid the quickness charm. Got him out of a very sticky situation. Now Shifters can push in. It's their last wave with Baron buff. That expires in 3 seconds' time. KCB has shown some signs of life near the end of this game, but it's been Shifter misplays more than anything. Yukino pushes out the mid wave. Shifter's still going in, have 90 seconds left on this Elder Drake. The Impale out, Tao gonna get shot by the laser. The rest of KCB who've cleared out the wave though. Next wave still a little bit away, but enough time for Shifters on this Elder buff to be able to continue to push in. The Ocean Soul healing them up as well.
Yeah, you don't have to look at the zoners to realize the time is ticking now for KCB. They need to make a final last stand there.
Double knock-up seismic shot. The CC chain is massive, but they just don't have the damage. Prime and Camilu relegated to the fountain. Shifters will win out the fight, will take down the Nexus, and will keep their playoff lives alive. It was close at times. It was closer than Shifters fans would have wanted, but in the end, they'll take the 50G. They'll take the win, and KCB will fall to 1-9.
And this just highlights how Shifters are so hard to look at sometimes, because you see them doing so many good things, and then they just have these moments where everything kind of falls apart. But
the name is about the heart rate of their fans. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high. They're always shifting.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed how they played towards the bot in this game. Bukada, Paduk, or Trimby will be your player of the game both now, and I think any one of them would really do, because that's where the magic happened last game. Damage. Nico does a lot of magic damage. Even Yunara does a little bit of magic damage. So I think you're quite fine opting into more comfort. Yone, Ornn, really strong.
Crab picks himself up a longsword and a ruby crystal. So if a fight does emerge around that bottom side as the rune prison comes out, Bolt Breaker in as well as they chase onto Leader, who does have the flash and will have to burn it. Nemesis on the chase with the ghost won't get close enough. It's only 900, 600 in fact. We'll be able to secure it. Bolt Breaker's out. Here's the call of the Forge God. Leader has his own ultimate. Flash forward. Good explosive cast, but the knockup almost comes out. Bounce with a great body block on it. Leader unable to get in range for the Fate Sealed. Will continue to chase onto Velia here, but Velia should be able to keep himself alive with the shield. Skeens might look for a dive, but it's dangerous. No mana on Baus.
What a play by Make sure they're getting out alive there. And now no flash on the Nico will make life a lot easier for LR as they also pick up this drag. Except for Wunder, I would say. I think he, with the Ornn into Greg, is actually a really good matchup early as hold that spot. The Leader might be in danger here.
Leader going to get caught out. Cease and desist there for the follow-up. He's going to try and get out with a Fate Seal. Does get the shield out of it. Crescent Guard from Skeens. Leader jumps back in, and it might be Velia who's caught. SK react beautifully and find a kill on the Lost Zone's jungler.
And people talk about Leader on Control Mages, and they say that he's not that good, but when Leader gets his champions, he just executes on it so well. Oh my god.
Baus is here. Explosive Gas gets the knockback. Leader dodging away. Skeens looking for this as well. Call to the Forge God. They're going to try and jump onto Nemesis, who flashes away, but Leader jumps back with his Soul Realm Warp out by Nemesis. He'll escape this precarious situation. Wunder still on the chase. Doesn't have really the mana to go in with a volcanic charge, but saves his mid lane who is back. Nemesis, not the strongest, has a Catalyst and a Tear stacking up. He will become very powerful, but until you get the Rod, until you get the Seraph, you're not as powerful as you'd like to be. Looking for the damage onto Nemesis, who is rooted up. Pop Blossom coming out as well, and again it's Leader that sets up the play. And Nemesis that falls foul of his enemy mid.
Yeah, and it's once again, SK is just playing around Leader time and time again. We were talking about the Corki being strong, but look at the mid lane.
Velia going deep here. Call of the Forge God can come out as well. Velia just went so far forward, has to flash away. Baus trying to get him from the flank, but Velia, I didn't think he'd go forward with that Vault Breaker because of him having to burn the flash and get out. And because he's on low HP, SK will claim the second Drake of the game. They're first. Even out the score with Lost Returns. Crowny's going to get chunked out a little bit here by Leader, who can just jump away. The damage onto Crowny, though. Inspire Shield off cooldown a little bit too late to really keep that Crowny healthy.
Yeah, this Yone is becoming a big problem. We were talking about the item gap in the AD carry department, but the mid one is even bigger. The blade for Yone compared to Catalyst, and Reckless is just caught out there.
There's no way out for him, really. He might look to flash the wall, but Leader gets him. SK was picked up by SK. Mickey's still looking here, but Velia's on his way. Be a dangerous dive. There's the Pop Blossom coming out. Bounce flashing away from it. Soul Unbound out from leader. Bounce escapes.
Excellently played by Bounce.
Surviving. Drake up in 30 seconds time.
Browning?
Brownie going in, straight onto Skeens. Mickey flashes away as Nemesis on the chase there as well. Skeens needs to get the hell out of here, has to use the Crescent Guard, but Nemesis is still chasing, and there's the flash out of Skeens as well. 2 flashes from Crownie. Realm Warp in, the Bolt Breaker coming out, but Skeens has no cuts to dive to.
Crownie just taking all the space in the river. He just went
a tower and a half or something. It will be Yoppa taking the tower. Wonder should be able to get the top lane turret as well before Baus can really have anything to say about it. He'll take that down as well. So SK do get a little bit in the trade, but the second Drake to Lost Returns is huge.
I mean, you see what happens when leader is not involved in it. Make sure that he is scaled up for the next fight, because he needs level 16. He needs that draw to proc in. This
started by leader. Velia trying to step in with that inspired. Mickey looking for the flank position. That Pop Blossom could be huge. He's warded out, and they know he's there with the Oracles coming out. Baus going around the side here, looking for a fight himself. The rest of the team isolated though. Mickey goes in as a minion. Onto Reckless and onto Velia. Call of the Forge God coming out as well as Mickey is distracted the backline. The Drake was secured, cease and desist from Velia, but SK begins to collapse. Good dash away from Velia. Leader now caught out by Bounce and Crownie. Yoppa trying to get the damage down. Crownie's going to Valkyrie in. Leader taken out with the explosive cast. Nemesis falling low. The Sarah shield will not be enough to save him. Flashes away from SK. Yoppa's so low they need to get out of here. As Skeens will escape. Bolt Breaker blocked by the Shape Splitter. Is it enough for Lost Returns to go Baron?
But they don't have any damage right now. Yoppa is 1 HP. Leader is dead. Can you go start this Baron? Flashes, and Baron is coming up, which means CC is so vital. You need to land your CC because you can't flash out if you're caught in a bad position.
Baus is here to block the way in. TP coming in as well as they look for the fight. Mickey on a flank position has the Pop Blossom. Landed onto the 3, but Baus is there, and there's no follow-up from SK. Crownie will secure the Baron. Mickey's going to fall first. Baus with the stopwatch. Call to the Forge God onto the backline. Baus trying to get away. Explosive cast. Wonder diving in. Seal from leader! Finds Reckless, but Crownie and Nemesis are still very healthy. Skeens taken out. They go onto Yoppa. Cease and desist in, and Yoppa's down. Good knock up from Wonder. Leader taken out. And now Lost Returns with the Baron at their back. With their carries still alive. Will take out Wonder. There's no escape for the Ornn in the pits. Even with the knockup, Lost Returns win the fight.
The rat trap was sprung, but Eldar did not bite. Crownie
fall short.
Bounce is level 20. He's 1.5k gold up. As Gragas in late game, level 20. He is
Pop Blossom onto the backline. Leader looking for the face seal follow-up. They go on to Crownie, but he's got a Guardian Angel. Call of the Forge God coming out as well, but Leader is unable to join the rest of the fight. Nemesis falling low. Yoppa goes down first. Nemesis doing so much work here as Skeens will come back to life, surrounded by the rats. And he's gnawed to pieces. Nemesis on the chase, able to get Wonder away, but again, Lost Returns after being picked off. Still win out the fight. They have 5 members alive. They're realm warping forward for Mickey, and they're flashing. That one's personal. Nemesis takes the kill, and now Leader and Wonder, well, they can only wonder how they can defend.
They're going down the base medic. It looked like all the circles were aligning, all the wombo combos were landing on the LR backline, but there was no damage. No one goes down. They're going on Leader. They're taking him down. It's only Wonder to hold the Forge.
The next wave is here. You can call the wave as much as you want, but Bounce with a stopwatch goes golden. As Lost Returns reach for gold. They've got a license to kill, and SK were their targets. Lost Returns go to 5-5.
What a game. What a game. Woo. What a comeback by the Lost Ratones. They really slowed the game down super well. It looked like SK came out full swinging, shutting down Nemesis, but they really delayed the game, made sure Nemesis got his free item Power Spike, and then made sure they were fighting.
What a performance. Lost Returns continue to impress.
For G2, you have some windows to play on sides now with the Renekton and kind of with the Azir, if you can get the Azir facing up against the Orianna, which is good for the Pantheon. We'll have to see, as NAVI just trying to set up vision on this bottom side.
This might be called by this, Labrov. It's just for the vision contest as well. Dragon's also up now too. As Relech comes down, just poking the head in the XP bar. It's going to be a fight that brews up in River. Labrov in trouble. Skumon coming in to add damage, but I think Labrov went too early, too fast. Flush away from Poby, but now he's out of harm's way. Labrov is an easy first blood, and it's going to go to the Pope star. No, stolen by Relech, I think, with an auto. The first blood over to NAVI. And Labrov was do worry about what this guy can do with an early lead, especially early damage access to something like an Ambessa.
Yeah, Relech will, because he's doing the Dragon, not hit 6 first, because you can see Skewmon was
CS lead brewing, actually, for Skewmon on this Panther, despite everything, as Popey gets shuffled back, looking towards mid. The Popes is in trouble now. Shockwave flashed over. Skewmon, clean as you'd like. Lebrov is going to mitigate the last kill and give a new one. Meanwhile, the response play, Navi looking for the bot dive onto Han Summer. It's an Ezreal, so Paris needs to be precise. Flash, auto attack, dredge line, public execution, but Han's not dead yet until Relech gets the last auto again. Plate's given up, and a wave denied, thanks to Navi.
really nice job by Paris. Just cleared out by Lebrov. But you've got a ton of positions for main tour if you want to try and go for some of the sort of TP flank, but also to spot out where Skewmon is, because that ultimate is just about to come off cooldown. So keep an eye on this.
Paris sends a dredge line, often engaged, the shove back, and Paris might be dead, but a two-man shockwave from Popey. Soulfare in the meantime, though, because Popey's isolated and alone. True Shot Barrage narrowly avoided, and G2 are low. They're blinking, but Relech wasn't involved.
G2 not able to make any sort of play for it. Skewmon is moving top to try and steal away some of these camps as well. So Skewmon has been doing a decent job.
And now going for Raptors as well. This will be a contest,
Broken
but it
Blade's
turns into a kill. You said it, the Renekton behind. Crikey, as the dredge line comes in, Broken Blade gets a stun up, Shockwave, public execution. It's okay for Navi with a double knock over Cap. Sits over the wall, hits out, a Scion ulti, flashes for Skewmon. Broken Blade now in the midst of it as Navi has turned to play. The re-engage is onto Mainter as Caps is just sitting there delivering, but he does as well. Herald's going pretty slow. The Eye brings it down to 6k, but Navi still progress forward. Relech wants to steal, and now that Navi start off the Herald, that Eye proc is going to have to be perfect. The damage is going to come down as well. G2 thinking about a fight afterwards. Flash from Lebrov onto Popey. Solar Flare for the cost of the Herald. Popey targeted with the dredge line. Paris saves the day. Broken Blade still on this Orianna. That has gone too far away. G2 went in deep for this, but Mainter's ult again. The saving grace as Navi just fight better. And Caps may have joined the fight, but now that he's in too deep, it's about his escape. Lethal tempo up with Paris trying to run away for his life. He gets hit once, but not a second time. As the ulti comes through and Caps separates Navi, but now he's back. He's literally against the wall, trying to get Relech, and does. Caps does, but the Herald goes over, and the fight was a bloody one.
Make it work. And with everyone moving down to bot side, it's mid taken. Dragon has now spawned. And maybe Navi, just not quite having their ultimates up, may give G2 a window unless they get caught here.
I guess not, because again, G2, the numbers disadvantage. Relech has a ball on him as well, and onto Lebrov, isolated. Easy kill. Navi right now are fighting better, and they've got a third Dragon. You're going to hear a lot today about what playoffs is and what is important. Now, G2 are not locked in yet. They'll be tied with LR if they lose. If this play goes on long enough and G2 don't get the reset, Baron is a very real threat. Herald now spawned top as well. Dagda a lot committed onto Mainter. 3 members on the way. Make it 4 with Lebrov, but it is a Scion as he flashes away. G2, Solar Flare dive. They really want this top laner to die. Shut down for Caps, yes, but top is in shambles. As he
Mainter.
Yeah, no flash. Ulti's going to be up in 10 seconds. Decimating Smash avoided, if only just. Caps is there, but buffered. The ulti literally just came up. Now for the Soul Flare as well under turret, they're going to finally take him down. True Shot Barrage comes from afar to help out. That was the latest ulti I've ever seen. Skewmon is on 110 ping. As he gets out of the shockwave, Navi look for the chase. Han Summer holds the bridge as dredge line. His arcane shifted away. Navi to chase. Will it continue more? Popey flashes away. He's caught out. He went isolated. And Lebrov with the punish. Now G2 get 2-man ulti, but Sam D, even though he finds some kind of revenge, will only get the support. Relech use his ulti for that. Sam D as well. The 3 items now picked up for Sam D. He's got his Lord Dominic's regard. The Giant Slayer is going to come into full effect as G2 now hover around. Decimating Smash on Lebrov. Solar Flare's there as well. Popey has to be zoned out, but as Broken Blade goes in, the Shockwave finds 2, and that's enough for Navi. G2 walked into the waiting arms of the greatest of some time, and his time was now. A triple kill went over, and Relech will just take the 4th. Only Han Summer survives.
Wave. That's pushing out Navi. Happy to kind of just take it slow and see if they can force a play here.
Relech thinking about it. Public execution up and available. The angle as the Scion ulti comes through first onto Lebrov. Decimating Smash is onto 1, onto 2. Solar Flare won't mean too much. Sumdi went into melee, into the Azir, and he's still alive. Again, Lifeline helped out while the rest of the fight's going pear-shaped. A double over to another Felios, and 3 left standing. We've had so many Pentas in the LEC that G2 know if they walk into him, there's going to be one more.
Great cleanse for Sam D in the middle of that fight from the Solar Flare off the Lebrov. Means he just constantly keeps up the DPS. 9-0, and now the Baron G2. I mean, what do you try and do in this position?
Well, they're going to open up mid to starters, but
breaking this. LeBron has to just send himself in and hope for the best, and that may be the call here.
Okay, well, send it up. Soulflare again, but narrowly avoided. Sam D's all the way in the back. Scumon's on there, the cap finds an angle. However, Relech may have recovered it. The ulti would have been great, but Navi have lost their 80 carry. Relech is up next. G2 come close, but they can't kill the Ambessa. A double kill to Relech, who healed up a bunch of health at the back end of the fight. And now Navi are about to do the finishing touches to G2. Not many teams over the years could say this, but Navi are the clear head and shoulders team, better than G2 right now.
Navi looking clean in this one. Great play start to finish. Good understanding of how to shut down G2's game plan. And Navi, what a time here in winter for this organization.
What a time to be alive, to watch this team rise to fame. However, it's not over yet. Paris looking to get out with the Hex Gate, but Lebrov's in the way.
He juked him.
Lebrov,
Wait, Paris,
true shot. The timing, oh, it missed.
Oh, and he missed the Zenith blade as well. Paris barely able to escape.
Oh my God, that is up as G2 look to coalesce in this small gap of vision. Is he maintained with the Decimating Smash? They continue to chase, but Navi are looking for the fight, not the Dragon. Decimating Smash again, Dredgeline in, caps with an angle into Hans MD, into the GA, he will go, but G2 have to win the fight now. Relech's already got a double, a one-man shockwave might look bad, but it doesn't matter. A triple over to Relech, he doesn't get the fourth. It's Hans Sam D, who's better than Sam A. Navi with the ace, and this time they'll take it home.
Navi find the fight. This time there's no one left to hold, and you can see the smiles on the bottom of your screen. Navi are chuffed with this one.
And they deserve it. This team came out of the woodwork, put all these parts together, and now they're better than G2.
Huge plays from Navi. This team just continues to impress. And I'm just excited to see what they can do in playoffs. Like, this for me just feels like they've been leveling up every week.
Yeah.
And now we'll have to see what they can achieve in the best of threes.
I love the adaptation. Hobie was getting ganked a lot and it's like, okay, we're going to play other side of the map. They were very concise with their calling. I think that's what made them dominate G2, who right now...
Once that Nico pops the Pop Blossom.
Okay, well, for playoffs, for a guaranteed lock for MKOI and Vitality, these are the drafts. We got a bit of range up there, a little bit sus here. But if they walk into brush, maybe I'm wrong. Ward gets placed down. Alvaro with no mana. Root flash as well. Super flashes. But there is Lensus. He was waiting in disguise in the brush. A double kill goes down. And Lensus sets up the game.
Nicely played by Lensus. Waits for the wave so then he can be out of vision as MKOI step up to try and answer for the wave push. But also holds off on using that stun so he can use it on Alvaro secondly. But now
Elyoya just walked over a ward. This might be 3 kills. He's going to flash away, but Lensus didn't burn it before. Rather, Kazi did not. At max range, the auto. 3rd kill.
Freeze for Kazi.
Yep.
So he's opening up a little bit more of a lead.
Angle.
But now, coming in behind.
All angles read to bot, or lead to bot, I should say. Kazi's in trouble, and he might get out of there a little bit too late. It's a good Cosmic Binding against the minion wave, and Elyoya pulls the same angle.
Nice job.
Out as well, and this also gives a bit of time for Alvaro to see what he can make of mid. As Lensus is there just waiting, maybe the timing's off. Troll Bubble's there, and even though there's numbers advantage, Lensus looking for the kill, and Alvaro's down. A 1-for-1 imminent though, as Lensus in between 2 people. A shutdown to Jojo.
Because that ultimate was insane.
Everyone but you cannot hurt me. There's a flash. Wish you had the ulti now. Use it onto Cassante, maybe, but Mirwin's dead regardless. Right, guys? Slowly, but surely. Right, guys? Q. Mirwin dodged. He's going to die to the turret, right, guys? Yep. Okay. Nugga gets a kill eventually after wasting a bit of time.
I mean, still managed to get the wave.
And this is not just going to be a blue buff. It's going to be Gromp as well.
And the wave. Because Kazi can't really get back in. You're going to have Lensus try and link up with them here to try and retake this position. But Jojo is also hovering.
Smite, Pop Blossom, only onto the enemy jungle, but Elyoya, even after a Tempered Fate, goes down. A great Tempered Fate to probably save Alvaro's life as Humanoid's on the way. Heal, and a very fast...
Much more success.
You are right, unless, of course, if Lensus keeps snowballing and becomes unbeatable. then maybe Vitality can get the wheel rolling. But I know what you're saying about Humanoid, about Kazius. Look, here's the flip again, the all-out, but Mirwin, what can he do? Ulti, not in time! He was trying to wind it up and knock
back to Humanoid on the flank.
Trouble bubble, Tempered Fate flushed away from by Humanoid. He only got Jojo there as well. Poke doesn't connect from Linces, but does from Elyoya. We once again continue this raid over Dragon, but MKOI still in front of it for the smite. Ready, Linces looking for the steal and gets it. Pop Blossom on the flank as well. Humanoid helps get the burst. Vitality, snap engage. Not only they take the objective, they just took the hearts away from MKOI.
Great flank from Fleshy, sets up that play. MKOI caught in the pit, and Vitality punish.
And now we look towards top again. Nucko gets everything he wants and more with a flip back. True damage. Mirwin under turret gets the ulti response. He's not done yet.
The shield!
Nucko!
But the last couple of games have been very, very impressive, and now standing on the cusp of taking down MKOI.
Nucko again, Pop Blossom finds only one, but it might just be enough with the all-out Nucko's in front of two faces, and that too will be great. Alvaro's definitely dead, while meanwhile chased down is Elyoya. As soon as Vitality find a target.
We got to see in this game, right? The overforce in the initial skirmish, and they end up getting picked off.
Here we go. Wow! Okay, Humanoid is getting gamed though. So it looked good until the whole team showed up from MKOI.
Yeah, and will be the tower taken off the back of it as well for MKOI. So Humanoid getting caught in the side lane as Dragon's been taken, and also that mid lane turret's been taken.
And bot turret went down as well.
Yeah.
So maybe not too bad from Vitality to go down. Vitality moving as a 5-man clump as Jojo's dealing with the mid wave. Super's there, Elyoya hovers in the brush. Linces looking at a face check, gets the stun up, but a Valkyrie buffer. Mirwin disengages Linces, but the trouble bubble stops the play. Tempered Fate keeps in place as Fleshy with the defensive ulti, while Jojo has the perfect angle. But Humanoid, his angle scares me more. Mirwin though, he took the trouble bubble, doesn't matter. Shock blast, doesn't really matter. Linces still low, but now Super runs into a paddle star. As now Fleshy with an angle, but he has no ulti for that angle. Tangabarbs doesn't connect either. Trouble from downtown. Humanoid's got a target. The burst is there onto Alvaro. He now Cosmic Findings away, but I'm looking towards the left as Linces has the flash. MKOI chasing enemy jungle, but they're in a clump. Humanoid looking for the range, finds it onto Super, but meanwhile it took an enemy team to take down Nucko. Top laner down, raid boss in the bin, and Mirwin stands his ground doing something similar against Vitality as Humanoid misses the next. Troll Bubble connects again. Humanoid has his flash available, but look at the poke from MKOI.
The resets are faster from Vitality as Cardi making a back out onto the map. But Vitality, the Dragon pulp by Mirwin.
There's going to have to be a lot of follow-up here if they choose to fight. Dragon's going down very quick. Mirwin is playing zone control, and Soul is now quickly denied. Vitality looking for the fight after the fact, but Fleshy needs, again, a hero play with the flash, the ulti, now buffered and used, falling asleep at the wheel for Mirwin, as that ulti from Fleshy ain't good at all, but it's enough, at least, from the rest of Vitality to find a kill.
Vitality want to try and convert this into a Baron, but I don't know if
What a guy.
Yeah.
what a bloke. That's what teamwork's all about. Elyoya misses the poke, hang on. There's an angle. Nucko's found Mirwin. Humanoid zoning out at no HP as Linces dives in. Remember, GA and the trouble bubble from downtown. Vitality's mid laner lands. Again, no HP, but he doesn't care. He gets another one. You want to escape? No. Stand your ground. Vitality have found two. And with the health bars blinking a little bit, they find a fight that seemed unreasonable.
Vitality find the engage they needed, and this was set up for the Baron. Elyoya, the focus, and Vitality pounce.
I don't know how Humanoid navigated the fight on like 300 HP there. I don't know how that guy didn't get poked out. But it helps Vitality along with Linces. Dragon spawns. MKOI are trying to flank this. But there's Linces. He's like, okay, I'm ulting in. Jumps out immediately with a flash.
And Dragon resets.
Realm Warp there for Jojo. Vitality now here, but Linces and the Summoners. Nucko is around midway. He's caught out. MKOI just taking him on, but this is the Cassante. All out, not close enough against the wall. The true damage onto Alvaro, but he escapes. Now goes Nucko down. Tempered Fate keeps the fight going. Mirwin's ulti from the side as well. It's taken by Vitality. They have Soul as Kazi lines them all up. Clyde of Ruin, but he dies. Super is just stronger. Meanwhile, on the back end, Fleshy holding a Pop Blossom. That nails two. Humanoid survived the whole damn thing. And as he takes a flash, runs it down. It's a bloodbath, but it's a Soul. What's going on in this game, Dagda? Who's going to win it?
I mean, it's all over the place at this stage.
A-Ramp.
But here we go. Here we go.
Pop Blossom found. Two-man game-winning play from Flashai. Tempered Fate holds 4 though, and maybe Alvaro does it in reverse. Bwin runs up to the fray, but Kazi's still alive. Meanwhile, the poke might be huge from MKOI, but Humanoid's still alive. He's stolen a flash. He's got the range. His portal jump is insane. A double already down to the 300-year-old girl who's going to run it down mid with the rest of Vitality to lock in playoffs.
It took a while, but Vitality find the fight they need. They find themselves the win, and they will find themselves in playoffs.
And what a comp to do it with. It was slow, it had me in the middle, but Vitality with class, with precision, knocked down MKOI and locked themselves in.
Very strong early game from Vitality, set them up so well. Early gangs from Linsis, Fleshy roaming around the map. It kept everything in check and let them take down MKOI.
What a performance. I mean, Fleshy set it up. Humanoid on that pick a little bit.
Kind of play for KC in the hopes that they can play through the strong bot lane and try and look for dragons around there.
Well, I've been critical of Jackie's. I feel like right now it's neutral. We're only 3 minutes in.
Oh, Jarvis, Yike EQ'd over the wall to dodge the ward that they knew was down. KC going to look for a play on the bottom side, avoiding the vision from Giant X.
But first of all, Lot is looking for a solo kill. Boomerang blade down. Kana, one auto away, but he heals up. And as you said, the innovative path, even better in this bottom lane because Yike is behind enemy lines. John and Noah have to get the hell out of dodge while Kalis is just setting it up. And Noah, he might flash over the wall, but Yike will follow. First blood and Dagda, what a great call.
Great gank line from Yike, knowing that that ward was there.
Ends up Isma hovering around, ward goes down. Is this going to be a dive? Kana still very, very low as Jun takes a turret shot. Boost's just going to follow him for the time being. With Electrocute out, Gleaming Quill should make him okay, but Cosmic Binding, hang on, Supportal combat. John is about to die to a freaking Bard. Welcome to E.
Between the minions. But Jun, you don't get the shit off the battle dance.
That was heinous.
I don't know, things going well for KC to say the least. We look towards mid, shuffle back into Yike's waiting arms. No Cataclysm, but is it needed? Maybe it would have been. Hang on, I just got to add another stat.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang on. I can't do dots on this thing. 1.
Wait, I got you here. Hang on.
Big.
And then, pop.
That's what he got. Solo kills 1. Jun, I think.
Which opened up for Giant X now to take this top side objective.
Kana and no ulti as well. Flag and drag onto Jackie's. There's a Cataclysm there. Wait for the shove back. Yeah, who flashes? But it's matched. Jackie's gets out of harm's way. Tempered Fate as well. Jackie's smooth the ulti out. Oh man, Mike.
They pushed in boss, and immediately they start to move over towards the dragon. Isma going to try and face check.
Cosmic Binding doesn't connect. Damage might be too much here. Isma looking for the steal, but he's a bit late. Weaver's all going to be used. Boosie on the right side of it. Isma gets stuck in the wall, and he's actually just easy meat. He puts the shield up, but he's dead before the rest of GX come in. But now over the wall with the curtain call lined up. Onto Jun, maybe a free kill, but it's waited for Noah. Jun gets out over the wall, but will he survive? Almost dies to Busio again, but Jun does live. Casey got the dragon, however, and they're now looking for the chasers. Yike onto Jun. Maybe doesn't see him just yet. The Q comes out. Jun's going to heal up. The engage there. Finds the knock-up. Jackie's looking for the flick.
And they haven't been able to find it because of the way KC's been playing. It's been heavy aggression around mid. Focus Jackie's. Try and burn summoner spells. Try and burn ults.
Tempered Fate. There's the shove. But onto Busio. There's no follow-up damage. Here's the Pantheon ulti. Busio might be caught out. He was in river by himself, and the ulti from Isma shuts him down.
Busio a little bit too early. The Ike wasn't in position, and the ultimate from Isma is perfect to turn the play around, but now Noah on mid.
The reverse play, the deadly flourish. Kana, or rather Kalis, excuse me, has got the damage. Yike! Okay, the wave's going to be altered instead. Herald pulled off of, but Casey just blew 2 ultis.
I still don't know if JNX can really do much to try and make the play, but Busio now in behind, but thanks to a TP.
That's good journey, great angle as you said. He flashes 1! Busio landed that Cosmic Binding. Tempered Fate, he's setting up to line it again. Onto Jackie's, who hits towards the turret. Busio just did.
He's going to back up.
Smart.
They'll get one, the TP, but can Ginex look for the play on the TP out?
Well, Isma's going to start it off. Yike, though, misses and whiffs. Deadly Flourish recovers the play. Decimating smash with Curtain Call lining down Giant X. Cataclysm in as well. Tempered Fate gets Kana into a golden stature as Lot tries to come in with Mega Gnar on the side, but the curtain call zoned off the whole of Giant X. Mega Gnar versus them all. It would be great, but Lot has no target. He had to flash and supersede his position while Casey turned into a Baron start.
Isma tried to force the play. He saw the TP going top and knew there would be a numbers advantage as Lot was able to come over from top lane, but he was a bit too early. The TPs are coming through. Giant X want to take the fight after.
No smite, they need to delay Baron, but they can't even do that. Here comes the TP and Giant X are like, okay, let's bring it. But 5 versus 4, Lots in Mini-Gnar, Baron goes down and slightly unkillable. We'll have to see how much uptime Giant X get.
Lots gone Mini-Gnar though. Busio's ultimate backup. Yikes is 6 seconds away. KC stepping forward.
Kana's just walking into them. The damage not enough to inflict a blow. Cosmic Binding again, decimating smash. No support for Giant X. Kalist sends the feathers into the ground and Dragon number 3 now available for KC without contest.
Jackie's wall is the most gone top. We can try and look for a fight, but Jun was looking for the reset. They're completely separated.
Look at live. 4 shot, boom. And now Lot is dead too. Casey keep finding pick. Linces. Isma's trying to set up a play. I'm used to his Pantheon. He's trying to set up a play on Kana. Teleport as well. This will be 3 coming in. Isma gets in the way. He flashes that. That's Jackie's who teleported in. The shove there. Maybe Kana not tanky enough versus AP damage. He's surviving for a long time though. And this is an opening play for Giant X. They get a shutdown onto Jackie's. The only question is, the KC make it cost anything?
Giant X are just trying to find ways to empower their one strong point in the map, which is Lost. Which is why Kana is now legging him down as the rest of KC are taking a trip to the bottom lane.
He's so deep, Dagda. I mean, Yehu's coming in. 4 members of KC. Tries to get over the wall. Easy kill here. Sent to the skies. No objective up. But he didn't even count the 4 there. That was like 3 or 2. Oh, TP. Okay. Okay. KC going in blind. Okay. The TP. It's seen. Yehu. He's going to get a 3-man ult. It shuffles out into bait, but Jackie's took it. Hook, line, and sinker. Tempered Fate to save the mid laners. Yehu was all a bit of a ruse. That 4th shot goes wide, but Jackie's dies for it. How the hell did Yehu survive?
Giant X know their backs are against the wall in this one. They're just trying anything.
Damage, even as a Jhin on this turret, is unreal. There goes the inhibitor turret. And Giant X's potential to flank has just been thrown by the wayside. Lot is a Mega Gnar about to run out for his flank as well. Seen by Yike, who goes for the dive. Chilling smite there. A bit of help from Jun needed. Yike just running into these two. Tomorrow. So KC Blue would be a nice way to finish. Be able to get revenge against the organization with the way this is going. As Yike picks an angle on the right, KC run up mid. There's no dragon up or anything. It's just Yike wants to end the game. Onto Isma, who also has a GA. The rest of the fight going mid as well. Yehu gets the shot back only onto support, and he assassinates himself. A shutdown is okay. 4 on Kana. Maybe he can die, and yes, the answer is as he flashes away. Noah's so close to getting the kill, but no, out of range. Meanwhile, KC are just playing with the food. It hasn't even been the cleanest fight, but they're so far ahead that they're styling on Giant X with ease as Busio does it again, flushes the seismic shove, enables a double for Kalist, and even Yike gives over 3 to the Jhin. We can't count 4 for Kalist, but he'll see the ace and he'll deliver as KC cement themselves as the best team.
First place for Carmine Corps. A place they're all too familiar with from last Bliss. But now they'll have to see if they can reckon with the rest of the LEC Versus as they take the top spot going into playoffs.
And isn't it right that Kalist gets his 500th LEC kill on the stage? Carmine Corps are your best. And with this new roster, who knows where the limit is?
It feels sky high at the moment. The early game from KC is deadly. Early skirmishes going their way. The fact that Yike and Busio have gelled so well together makes it incredibly hard to try and find some success in the early stages.